Words to know. Make up a new sentence that uses a blue word. There. There are many ways to travel safely. By. Wear a helmet when traveling by bike. Sure. Be sure to buckle your seat belt. Could. You could walk to the bus with a buddy. Don't. Don't stand while the school bus is moving. Car. A car should always stop at a stop sign. About. These children know about bike safety. Maybe. Maybe you can help someone be safe. Read and comprehend. Compare and contrast. How are the characters in a story alike? How are they different? Good readers compare and contrast characters to understand what they are like and why they act as they do. You can use a diagram to compare and contrast characters or ideas in a story. Visualize. To understand a story, picture in your mind what is happening as you read. Preview the topic. Ways to travel. How can you get from one place to another? You could go by car. You could take a train. You could ride a bike. You could run, hop, or skip. What are some other ways to travel? You will read about traveling in The Big Trip. Compare and contrast. Tell how two things are alike and different. Genre. A fantasy is a story that could not happen in real life. As you read, look for events that could not really happen, animals who act like people. Meet the author and illustrator, Valery Gorbachev. Valery Gorbachev says, I love to draw for children and to create books when I am both author and illustrator. He also illustrates books for many other authors. To read more about Pig and Goat, look for Where is the Apple Pie? And One Rainy Day. The Big Trip by Valery Gorbachev. Essential question. What are some different ways to travel? I'm going to take a trip far away, Pig said to Goat one day. How will you go? Asked Goat. Let me think for a moment, said Pig. Maybe I will go by bike. That will be a very nice trip. Oh dear, said Goat. You could fall off a bike. Ah, said Pig. Then I will drive a car. It's not a good idea, Pig, said Goat. A car can break down. Analyze the text. Compare and contrast. How do Pig and Goat each feel about taking a trip by car? Oh, said Pig, then I will go by horse on my trip. I'm not sure about that, said Goat. Horses can be very jumpy. Okay, said Pig, then I'm going to go by donkey cart. A donkey is very quiet. Not good, said Goat. Donkeys can be very stubborn. Then I will go by train, said Pig. Oh, Pig, said Goat. A train could get stuck in a tunnel. Good point, Goat, said Pig. Then I will fly by plane. What if the engine stops? Said Goat. You'd have to parachute. True, said Pig. Then I'll go by hot air balloon. The hot air balloon could have a hole, said Goat. Okay, I'll not travel by land, I'll not travel by air. I'll go by sea, said Pig. On a ship. Analyze the text. Dialogue. How do you know Goat and Pig are speaking? What do they say? Oh no, exclaimed Goat. Don't do it. The ship could run into a reef when passing through fog, or run into a heavy storm at sea, and there are sharks all around at sea, so many you couldn't count them. And you could find yourself alone on a desert island in the middle of the ocean with pirates that could come on that desert island by pirate ship. Stop! 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 Exclaimed Pig. I could fall off a bike, break down in a car, get thrown by a horse, never get there with a donkey, or get stuck on a train. I might have to parachute from a plane or from a hot air balloon, and traveling by ship could bring me many troubles. So I'll not go anywhere, said Pig. Having a big trip is a very scary thing. Unless, said Goat looking at Pig, you go with a friend. Comprehension. How to analyze the text. Use these pages to learn about comparing and contrasting and dialogue. Then read the Pig trip again. Compare and contrast. Goat and Pig are characters in the big trip. How are Pig and Goat different? How are they alike? You can use a diagram like this to compare and contrast things about Pig and Goat. Think about their feelings about travel, their actions, and their ideas. Dialogue. The words our character says are called dialogue. Quotation marks go around the words. The word said can show you who is talking. Writers use dialogue to show what characters say, think, and feel. You can tell by the dialogue that Pig and Goat take turns telling the story. As you read, think about who is talking and how the characters would say the words. Your turn. Return to the essential question. Turn and talk. What are some different ways to travel? What are some ways Pig and Goat talk about in the story? Choose 2 ways to travel. Take turns with a partner describing one clearly and acting it out. Classroom conversations. Now talk about these questions with your class. 1. How are Goat and Pig different? How are they alike? 2. What problem do Pig and Goat have? How do they solve it? 3. Which way to travel would you choose? Write about reading. Response. Do you think Pig should travel by car or by bike? Write a sentence to tell which way you think is best for Pig. Write more sentences to give reasons why. Use text evidence to help you explain your idea. Writing tip. Use because and so to show how your opinion and reasons go together. Informational text give facts about a topic. This is a social studies article. Look for facts about the explorer as you read. A map is a drawing of a place. It can show a town, state, or country. A map key tells what the symbols on the map mean. What do the map symbols mean on the page 80? Use the key. Lewis and Clark's Big Trip. Meriwether Lewis and William Clark were explorers who traveled across North America many years ago. They walked, rode horses, and traveled by boat. They wrote about their trip in journals. Lewis and Clark asked an American Indian named Sacagawea to go with them. The explorers were sure she could help them talk with the other American Indians on the way. One day, they came to an American Indian village. Maybe Sacagawea could speak with the people there. She did, and they gave the explorers supplies and horses. Sacagawea helps Lewis and Clark. Sacagawea knew good paths across mountains and through forests. It took the explorers about 2 years to finish their trip. People can travel the same route today by car. Lewis and Clark's route. Compare texts. Text to text. Compare trips. Both selections tell about trips. Tell how the trips are the same and different. Fill in a diagram with a partner. Text to self. Write about a trip. Write sentence to tell about a trip you took. Tell what happened first, next, and last. Text to world. Learn about the past. What information did you read in Lewis and Clark's Big Trip? What did you learn from the pictures and map? Grammar. Compound sentences. Compound sentences are made up of two shorter sentences. The two sentences are connected by words such as and, or, and but. Compound sentences. Pig got on a train and he went to the next town. Is it fast or is it slow? The trip was long, but it was lots of fun. Try this. Read aloud each sentence with a partner. Decide if it is a compound sentence. Then write each compound sentence on a sheet of paper. Underline the two short sentences. 1. Pig got a map and Goat helped him read it. 2. Is it the bus on time or is it late? 3. Pig and Goat ate a snack. 4. Pack your backpack and bring the map. 5. They will take a train or a bus. 6. I like cars, but planes are faster. Grammar in writing. When you revise your writing, use some compound sentences to make your writing more interesting. Narrative writing. Ideas. When you write sentences about yourself, help readers picture what you did. Use details that tell where and when. Sam wrote about a trip he took. Later, he added words that tell where he was. Revised draft. My family went camping. We set up our new tent by a lake. Writing traits checklist. Ideas. Do my sentences have details that tell where and when? Did I write clear letters and use a space between words? Does each sentence end with a correct mark? Look for words that tell where and when in Sam's final copy. Then revise your own writing. Use the checklist. Final copy. Our camping trip. My family went camping. First, we set up our new tent by a lake. The next day, I was so happy because we rode in a canoe. It was a great trip.